まったね。I've started. 薄いな。
頑張って。
こんばんは. Welcome in, everyone. How are we all doing? A little something going on with Business Cities Twitch, it seems. Have you tried unmuting it? There's usually when Twitch VODs starts or when the live starts, you need to click the sound on sometimes. Especially if you're coming from the home page to it. I'm not sure what's going on there. As long as my video is okay, I'm okay. I hope you can sort that problem out. Very strange. Have we tried turning it off and on again? That's the extent of my knowledge. Give me a second, let me close that door. We don't want another repeat of everything falling out the cupboard. How are we all doing? Thought you'd be back to full beard by now. Yeah. No, I think I'll stay like this for a while. Out of choice. Yeah, I could just grow it like that. Such a manly man. How are we all doing? Boxwell, Business City, Needha. I hope everyone is doing fantastically. What's this? Paper. Not interested in that. KP, your print looks great. Are you all done now? I can't remember. It was yesterday or the day before I had a proper look at it. It's looking really, really good. Good luck in the origami competition. Is there anyone else here who's doing the origami? If so, put it in the Discord. I'm going to add more shadows. Okay, cool. Well, it looks great right now. I'm excited to see it all done. And someone else, who was that in the Discord? Someone made their first print, I believe. I'm really chuffed to see people. Octopusty. I'm really chuffed to see people posting their first prints and stuff. I don't know if it's the first print. I might be completely wrong there. I think it is. It's so cool to see people. I remember doing the first one, and it's a really humbling experience. You think, yeah, I'm really good at, I can do anything. I'm pretty good, but you know, the first print comes out, you're like, okay, I see. Welcome in, Flyfish. I think it looks great, but I have to admit some additional shadows make it even look even better. Yeah, I agree. We can always add more. We can always keep going and being finicky. And if you're just doing a single print for an exhibition, you can really layer on, and have lots of fun. Like, oh, that's why the lighting's in the way. So wondering why it looks so blurred out. Okay. Preamble. What have I got to do? I don't know. It's been so long since. Well, maybe it wasn't that long ago. The last time was on stream, but this bonsai print, it seems like a distant memory to me. I've been busy with so much other little work. Some of that other work we need to talk about as well. Anyway, let's flip over. Knowing when to stop is the key. Yeah, when I'm doing traditional, or when I did, I don't do much of it anymore. But when I was doing that, that was my big thing. I guess that's a tendency, like a certain personality type has. Knowing when to stop. You just want to keep finicking and finicking. You gotta take a day off and come back to it. Let's flip over to the block and let's get busy on some of this. Where should we start? Might need to readjust this camera. Where do we want to work today? Oh, I'm so sorry about the shakes. I can't position it. Looking good. Stream manager. I haven't got the stream manager up. There we go. We're all set. Let's begin. Choose Smaisky. I only really need the little ones for this one. So yeah, I haven't done anything on this since last stream. We worked on this. Not the tracing one, but the one before that, I guess. And I really should be working on something else tonight. But these streams are good. They mean that I do make progress on this. Let's get a brush and a little bit of Tsubaki Abra. We need that. It's the type of stuff I should have prepped before. How long did that tracing take in total? I haven't finished it yet. It's a little bit difficult to gauge that one. The initial bit, I'd say, was like a week. Was it a week? I was doing other things in between, and like I was. It's a little bit difficult to gauge that at the moment because I've been going back and editing and fixing stuff. So I had an initial image that was made of like tile sets off a website, and I was using different images and like lining them up. It's quite a bit of setup to get that ready with all the different layers of the different prints I'm using. Um, and then it was a little bit like I was working my work hours for Mokankan, so that's Mokankan work. My work hours for Mokankan are, well, it's 8 hours a day, and I can sort of arrange when I do those 8 hours. And until recently, I was doing them like strictly from 8 till 6 or whatever. That was basically what I was doing. And then since Tuku started school, I was doing like nine to 6. But with this one, and then I was also doing like Asuka Sensei projects and my own projects in the evening. But with tracing, I don't need to be as on it as I do with carving. So what I did do was I did tracing in the morning, and then from the afternoon, just after lunch, I would work on the Asuka Sensor project because it's got some kind of focused carving involved in that. There's some digital lines, and they're really unforgiving. If it's drawn with like a single pixel pen with no texture or variation, it looks dull and boring, and also it means that if you have any variation in the way you carved, it really stands out. So it's no fun for the carver, and it's visually less fun as well. But anyway, that takes a lot of focus, and so I switched that around. I was doing Asuka Sensei's work instead of staying up to like 1 doing delicate carving. I was carving during the day and then just tracing in the evening. So that's worked out really well, but because of that, I'm like my hours they're all over the place. I have no gauge of how long I've been working on that tracing. Speaking of that block that I'm working on for Asuka Sensei, there's just little off camera. I'll focus better. Thank you. Oh yeah, I am massively off camera. Well, that's where I want to be working, isn't it? Clearly, that's where I naturally went. Where am I carving? Here. Where do I want to be? Right, recenter the camera there. Thank you for that. Oh, I've got. I'm going to start playing some music because, especially in these evening streams, let's make these evening streams cozy. I'm going to start playing some music. Just maybe, what was it? Like 10 minutes before the stream, I just threw a bunch of vibey, jazzy, sort of old school stuff in a playlist. I'll add to this. There may be some strange additions to the playlist, but I think this is the type of vibe I want. Let's start. Let me know if the volume and stuff's okay. Is that too loud? Seems like it's working around the... Is this still the key block? Yeah, this is the key block. Still on the first key block. Feels a bit loud in my ear, that. That's nice. Okay, cool. I'll keep it around 45 to 40. If I forget and the stream, I don't know what volume it should be, let me know. 45 to 40. Let's get some carving done, Jesus. Hello, welcome in. What's Jinin? What Jinin? Without knowing the country of origin of some of your names, like, yeah, I don't know where I should like put the emphasis or say things. Like if I knew you were Scandinavian, I might read that a little bit different than if I knew you were like West African. Do you know what I mean? I'm so bad at reading names, just like straight up. Is music set not to go into the video archives? Yeah, that's all set up. Actually, on the Twitch replays, none of the music goes in. Music is only on the left for me. Okay. Sorry, let me open up the music panel. Which one is it? It's the music. Oh, it is only left. Wait a second. Are you sure it's just the left? Ah, okay. So it's okay. Because all the settings seem fine here. Just need more volume for the percussion. Okay. God, we haven't done any carving. How long is it? 17 minutes. Jesus, why are you still here? We'll never get this done. The block doesn't want to go that way. It's both. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, as I was saying, news about that block. It started delaminating. It's glued down securely to the block, but the issue is that it's the plywood is separating. Which is no good. The music's a bit loud in my ear. Wait a second. Sorry, it's gonna get quiet. It was blasting in my ear. I couldn't hear myself think. Welcome in, lay. What's this tardiness? It's a very American word, isn't it? Tardy. We don't use that. I'm picking up a bunch of Americanisms actually, living in... Like I started adjusting my vocabulary in the way I speak to like make it easier for Japanese people to understand. Not that tardy's going to help anyone. Happy Canada Day. Is it Canada Day today? Yeah, so I found the worst one for me is zucchini. I hate myself every time I say it, but it's become... Because in Japanese it's zucchini as well. Zucchini. There's nothing wrong with the Americans. You're all great people. Well, not all of you, but most of you are fine. I don't like the simplistic language though. You say the same about us. It's not. It's mutual. and it's all a bit of tongue in cheek. Not all of us. You know what I mean. We don't need to get too deep into it. What do Brits call zucchini? Courgettes, courgettes, and eggplants as well. I don't mind eggplants so much after finding out what old aubergines used to look like. Have you guys seen the ancient? Well, they still have them. It's still a cultivar. The white aubergines that are they look like little eggs growing on bush. So I kind of like that name. That one I can get behind. But aubergine's so much fun to say. What are other ones? The worst one is soccer. Oh my god! Anyone who hears me say that in the UK, I'd never hear the end of it. I need my thing because I can't actually tell if that's a swivel or just a bit that's been cut out that looks sort of like a line. I've heard aubergine but never heard courgette. Courgette, yeah, courgette. And it's like my favourite vegetable as well. I dig a courgette. Because I really like courgettes. Iana did a 30-day challenge before where I told her in passing one day that like it's a great vegetable because you can literally, no matter what you're cooking, if you cut up a bit of courgette, you can stick it in it. It's delicious, no matter what you do. And so she challenged herself for a month, and she wanted to cook for the whole month. Usually, we sort of share a little bit, but she wanted to do a month of cooking. I think I still maybe did the weekends, and I joined in on the weekends with cook. But she did courgette in every meal. What was the weird? She did courgette ice cream. She did one day. It's great for oven dishes. Yeah, courgette's fantastic. She like spiralized it, made courgette noodles one day. Can't remember everything she did. We had like courgette agadeshi tofu, which is like fried tofu. Come for the printmaking, stay for the recipes. And I want to move on to a different part of the block, so I can take my time and do this properly. Because the grain is like a little bit weird. It wants to go this way, but I'm going... The line wants to be shaped this way because of the direction of the line, but the grain wants to go the other way. It's kind of tricky to spin the block like this. Aubergine chips? Are you talking about American chips or British chips though? I'm guessing cookie, biscuit, chips, fries, chips are also present. Cookie, biscuit, yeah. Chips, chips, chip fries, chips. What? I don't know. Chips, not wedges. Basically, everything is a chip except crisps. A wedge is still a chip. It's just a thick chip. Fries are just a chip. It's just a thin chip. Those are the big ones, I guess. Aubergine, soccer, and courgettes. I'm sure there's other ones I picked up, but it's strange that I've moved to Japan and I picked up a bunch of Americanisms. That seems a bit loud now. Wedges is what we used to use, what we used to do our school chums in junior high. Oh, wedgies. Wedgies. It was a bit of an oddball in Wales. Didn't really. Well, I left for a reason. Didn't really get wedgies though. Yeah, I get it. Get a bigger chisel out here. So what news do we have? Couple of big things. Today is my son's first birthday. Oh, Vivid. Take care. Got help my dad get some things done. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you. Good luck with your printing. So today is my son's first birthday. Very exciting. It was just a standard day there. We had a little bit of a garden party, little pool garden party on the weekend. New followers, thank you. So this Nightbot is very. This Nightbot, happy birthday, little dude, got sniped by the Nightbot. I gotta change the sensitivity. Cap spamming, Jesus. I think it's okay, Nightbot. I've got to. I'll get into the Nightbot. He's been way too much power. He's going rampant. You don't need to apologize for putting happy birthday in caps. we're much more egalitarian here. You can use all the caps you want. But yeah, it's his birthday. He got the climbing wall from me. What did he get from my partner? She got the little. It's not really a thing. Maybe it just wasn't a thing when I was kids. But it seems to be a big thing here in Japan. It's like little squares and triangles with magnets, and you build like little houses and stuff. It's sort of like Lego concept, but little magnet square things. I wonder if they were a thing in America and wherever else you guys are from. I can't remember what they're called. Magnetons, something like that. But they're really big here in Japan. I used to be a kindergarten teacher, and they used to have them in all the schools. Thank you. See ya. Did he put the climbing wall in his mouth first thing? Or drool all over it? No, he's really good at it. He's not very great at feet placement yet, but we'll get him there eventually. He's all about the arms. He just drags himself. So he starts off in a really good position and then he starts hanging. But he's a good climber. He's already nailing it. I set it up on the side of like a dresser. So he can climb onto the top of the dresser. And we've got to be a bit careful actually because he's starting first thing in the morning. He gets up pretty early. And he's starting to like walk over there. We're pretty good at waking up, so it's not a problem. But I think I got to start taking it down every night. He'll grow up to be a cat. Yeah, he's already really good for a guy who's only just like walking now. I think technically he's better at climbing than he is walking. He's still a bit unbalanced on his feet. Sorry, I'm off camera again there. Let's get some. Grippy soul on his onesies. No, it's roasting here now. He couldn't be in onesies. It's t-shirt and shorts. And I don't know if I told you when I built the climbing wall. Like in with the varnish, I put some sand. And then I sanded the sand down. Hello, new chatter. Adorkable Creations. I got it. I'm sure that's right. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are just working on a woodblock print of Japanese bonsai. Well, actually, this is technically an American bonsai. Oh, there's an ad. Sorry, I keep missing them. 1 minute ad. Comment. I'll finish the explanation. Oh, that's our first raid. Adorkable Creations. Thank you. How do we do the shout out? So slash I messed up. Can someone do it? I'm using my phone. It's really not convenient. I tried. Welcome back. Sorry, I didn't warn you about the ad then. Adorkable Creations, that is our very first raid, you know. Thank you so much. I think it takes mod permission. No. Can you guys earn your mod spots, please, already? Can someone just tell me what the command is? It's SO backslash, right? Was there a space? I'm getting the spaces wrong. Thank you. If I can keep it on camera and we can see it. I can show you an image of what we're working on. So this is the original bonsai. And then this is the drawing I made. This is a rough up of what the print will look like in the end. There's going to be a bunch of woodblock prints there. Wood blocks to create this print. And this is the very first one, which is the black lines. I am a woodblock printmaker, well, carver. So yeah, this is what we're doing. Some delicate little lines. Just trying to clear the wood out, and it's a little bit finicky. Another thing I do to speed this up as well, one, I'm not super confident at rotating and keeping it on screen. But the other thing, I use my I use my iPad, which I'm using for the OBS here. But usually I have that with a reference and I mirror the image so I can see exactly the lines matching up with my block. And so if there's any areas that I'm not sure about, I can just quickly glance up and see. You work with wood. What were you working on today? Exclamation voxel, thank you. Let me just copy that. No, it doesn't work. We really did try, you know. What were you working on? You working on with wood on the stream? Afternoon. Welcome in, Retro Homebrew. What are you homebrewing? It is backslash. Thank you. Sensei, everyone's here. Welcome in. I was just eating your bread for dinner, actually. Thank you so much. Sensei Martian sent some bread over to Mokonkan for me and Ayano, and we've been munching that. I was working on Stardust Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! I mostly make multiple layers 3D kind of art. Interesting. Are you using Blender for that, I guess, for 3D art? Everyone's coming in to teach you how to use Twitch. Thank you. Backslash shout out space username. Cool. No, I would. 3D. Multiple layers. Are you talking interleaving or are they just stacked in front of each other one by one? Is it sort of like, you know, the little skeleton dinosaurs you get when you're kids and you poke all the wood out and then are you making those yourself type of thing? Well, you said carving. You said you work with wood. I can post a picture to show you an example. Yeah, post it in the Discord. Thank you. I'm sure everyone's very curious, and that can stop me speculating. Can someone do the Discord? I don't actually have a keyboard here, you know. Stream is free to watch. Thank you. Business City's on it. Stream is free to watch, but you do have to work for it occasionally. Are we on? The other thing I realized is because I rushed to get this cleared, I didn't actually do all the U-gouging. I was just working on here now, this section. And there's actually a bunch of stuff I need to still get the U-gouges out and get in between the stuff. So like here, I still need to do all this fine U-gouging before I go over the ice skis. I guess I can do that now. You're playing music? Yeah. I was meant to start playing music last stream, but I got talking and there was like half halfway through the stream before I realised. Korigami's also got some distant keyboard syndrome. Welcome in. Where do you post? Put it in the Uncarved blog, I guess, or in general. Prints and things is sort of for the discussion around Woodblock prints. General is just chatting. And then sort of things people make is the Uncarved block. I was thinking maybe if I had a second monitor next to here and a wireless keyboard, maybe that would be better than the setup I have now. I'm running a, what is it, Mac Mini. And there's just, I've got so many extensions coming out. There's 2 USB-C ports in it, which are wild. And I can never find like the perfect dock. I got lots of things going into it. I can never find the perfect dock. The one with like there's always like ones that have like, they either have everything on them. They have an HDMI, a couple of A's, a couple of C's, and then they got the SD, the micro SD, and all this jazz. And that's good to have one of those. But then if you just want like it's frustrating. They don't sell the perfect thing I want. I think we just got a new Patreon. Is that someone from the chat? Send them a message later. Like, this is such a chaotic stream with like basically no woodblock printing. So the other block, let me show you actually. I can't show you what I'm working on, but it started delaminating here. Have I just revealed too much? That is slow, that focus. Look at that. So I gotta glue that up. I didn't notice today. I gotta get I actually bought a bunch of clamps for doing this type of stuff. But I bought them for Asuka Sensei's birthday because I went to his place and some students didn't have had some similar issues with delaminating boards, and so I bought him some clamps for his birthday so he could use them. I didn't buy myself any. And I had a small clamp here that I just had from when I made my engagement ring by hand, so I had like a little clamp and stuff for that. I can't find it, so I haven't glued it up yet. I noticed it. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I'm sure you can tell what the block is just from that, but I'm not supposed to talk about this in public. But I'm sure most of you, if you are familiar with woodblock prints, you know what that print is. Yeah, I don't know. It's been really moist here. And I guess the wood is expanding, but I think that block is from Matsumura, and really he should be using a different plywood because that's not on. Okay, post it. Let me check it out. Hmm? I can't see her post. Where did you post it? Just chatting? Maybe it just hasn't uploaded it. I'm not finding. Okay, it's not just me. Every time there's something like that, you know, the initial thought is, God, you don't know what you're doing. You're an idiot. And then it's so relieving when the chat is like, I don't know either. I get so frustrated with myself, you know. Like the shout out thing. It's all fun, but bothers me a little bit, you know, that didn't just work first time for me. Anyway, it's evening. Smooth, chill. We got jazz. Like the iPad extension display discussion. Yeah. And the other thing is you're in the wrong Discord. Well that'll help. The other thing is that I just keep getting distracted on tangents. I'm so bad at staying on topic. Oh, I just keep telling myself you'll get better, you'll get better. Very unprofessional. We're all about professionals here, being professional here. Shouldn't have said anything. I better said. That's great. Yeah, you just pat me on the head. Good job, Taryn. Keep going. Now, I want to be told. I don't want to live in ignorance. Please, if there's something, tell me, tell me, tell me. The beating myself up is not like, that's just standard protocol. Wrong channel. I think wrong Discord. I checked all the channels. I think I mentioned the other day that we're planning on going. Did I tell you about the camp trip? It's been a good long while since I've been camping. I used to go camping all the time. Then it's a good time to mention that you misspelled tracing. Thank you, Flyfish. You should have done that off stream though. Send me a DM. I'm joking. Please tell me all my mistakes. That sounds exactly like something I do. And it would have been. It's there on the stream. We got to change that. God, I am all over the place. Let's get this done properly. Making bonsai now. Making a bonsai. Jesus. Okay. Oh, these are all pity subs. You all see me in chaos with the keyboard over there spelling things wrong. Thank you so much for the sub. This is another one of those streams where everything falls out the cupboard, you know. The AC is on, but it's still roasting in here. It's not working. That's British slang, Fly. I don't know what I said. So Ayana was out in Orme today, actually. She was. They were counting prints and stuff. They got to do the year-end inventory check. So she was out there today. Welcome in, Midna. Um, an illusionist. Are you first time here today? Or have you been lurking in the background for a while? You don't have to chat. Lurking is fine. But thank you. Thank you for the sub. Hello? Did it work? Ah, okay. I think I've got your things now. You put me in just chatting. Let's see. So you like layer wood on top of it. Okay. And you paint the wood, cut the shapes. You cut the shapes, paint the wood, and glue it onto like a backboard and stuff. That's cool. Some rivalry. Livery. You fan of logos? What would you call them? Emblems, knight emblems. Livery. Is that correct? You know when you say a word and it stops me sounding like a real word? Livery. Livery. This is what was the last one this happened with? I just come across as such a fool on these streams, you know. It's good fun though. Livery. Livery. Doesn't sound like a word anymore. Already. Could you capitalize making, please? Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. It's so far. I need a better. I need a. Now the M is on a separate line. I need a better system. We need a better system. Everyone's sub now so we can get a monitor arm and a new keyboard and stuff. Are you joking? We need to get some mods so we can ban troublemakers like Fly, you know. I can't do that. I'm obviously not capable enough with technology to do that myself. That's really cool, that wood stuff. What would you call that type of art? Very interesting, all sorts of stuff. When you're doing that on stream, well, you'll go down in the annals as the first raider. No mods, no mods, no mods, no mods. Have you not seen the walk around the upstairs room where they're packing and posting is done? How organized are the Mokankan inventories? Um, but like who's just mentioned Korigami. They've got drawers and stuff for all the different prints. They're selling a lot of prints. They're shooting them all over the world. They've got to be, kind of organized to get that done. So everything's packed and labeled in the appropriate slot. Thank you for showing. Thank you for coming, and thank you for your very first raid. My very first raid. You have some inventory related PTSD. There's a story there. I feel free to share it if you want. No camera. One day we'll buy everything we need for the stream. We'll get a wireless keyboard. We'll get an arm so the monitor can come close. We'll get a lens that can zoom. Any suggestions on that? I am all ears. It's the distance, just for reference. The distance is maybe 50 centimeters from where it needs to focus, and I want to be able to zoom in close, not zoom in far. There are lenses. There must be lenses that specialize in zooming in close on things that aren't fixed lens macros. Surely. I'm really worried about clearing these little things. I don't know how much you can see, but there's these little dots in between. Without my reference here on the iPad, it's really kind of scary. I don't know what's supposed to go and what's supposed to stay in some of these places. I think this whole section here in the middle of these two lines, this is definitely a line, this is definitely a line. But 1, 2, 3, they're a bit iffy, I don't know. I should clear them. So I'm leaving bits like that, and when I do things a little less frantic, I'll go through and I'll slowly I'll check them before I clear them. I don't want to have to do a bunch of inlays and stuff on this later. This bit doesn't want to come. Ad break, 3 minutes. You've been warned. Steam Deck, if you're buying kit. Are you talking about for streaming? So if I show Ayana-san this transcript, she'll totally allow you to use a monitor, arm, mouse, etc. I've got a trackpad, we're okay on the mouse. Don't worry about that. It's a future plan. We're not going to buy them right now. My birthday's in November. For any taking notes? So other news, on Friday, I think we will be working on something that many of you will have an active interest in. I'm working on the new Adolescente design. It's all pasted down. I got about halfway through the key block. Pasted it down last night. I started carving this morning. Guess I'm about halfway through it. It's going to be quite a straightforward key block to carve. It's not like this one. I'll also have to clear it as well. I think maybe a day and a half. I can get the knife work done on that. So today's Tuesday. I guess that means color blocks. I'm curious to what degree you can deduct from taxes your supplies and associated equipment in Japan. If your secondary jobs earn under a certain amount, if you don't reach a threshold, you don't need to do that. If you're a seishain, which is like a standard contract employee, that stuff is all handled by your company. When you exceed a certain amount, you have to do all the tax stuff yourself, and your job just does like their half of it. And I believe you can deduct most of your materials, but that's like, I don't have time for doing all that, so I swallow that if I do it myself. Can you show the samurai tracing progress? No, not with the current setup, because I'd have to unplug the camera, take that USB, stick it in this one. It's not going to happen. I think it'll probably crash the screen if I try and set that up. And also, I'm going to get some work done. Actually, after the last stream, I haven't strictly made any progress because I am still on the stream. I was tracing new stuff, but since the stream I haven't added any new lines like that. I've just been, yeah, thank you, I've recentered. I've been retouching up some of the old lines I made to make them fit onto the new design and do it to a high fidelity. So what you saw at the end of the last stream is essentially what you got now, but the lines are nicer and lining up better. Ooh. Do you guys prefer the streams where I'm like on top of everything, or do you like the ones that are a bit chaotic? I imagine it's probably quite fun to watch someone spiral out and just like get sweaty. Welcome in, Iron. Have you been chatting for a bit? No, I haven't seen your name today yet. casually acting like you remember my name after last time. What happened last time? Who are you? You never know which version of Taryn you'll get. Sometimes you open and close and and things fall out. Sometimes they stay in. Today the things are falling out, but in like they're falling out in a little jaunty way. It's not. It's not a complete crumble. Things falling on your head. Be warned. It's just like quietly crumbling. I should start doing. I should just start wearing like a suit and tie to these streams, and I'll come in and I'll be really professional. Yeah, that one probably needs to be. I should clip that. Oh, this is a disaster. It's important in the early days to like develop some lore, some history. And you guys were here for the. Well, we haven't named the incident yet. The Great Collapse. Falling of the frames. I can't stay on camera today. I think that's maybe a sign that I need to readjust the camera, the position. These also need some new badging. This is not a very good example for you guys, you know. It's a little bit picked up. This should all have been done before. This whole process would be so much smoother had I just done it in the correct orders. I would if it was okay. I can't, but I would ideally work on this weekend, like get it all ready so I can just like quietly carve without thinking about jumping back to different tools. And that would be much more efficient then. Anyway, we'll persevere. It's already over an hour. My God. It's some other stuff to talk about. Let's do a little bit more. Jesus. I got a little book to show you. I bought a new book. So for my patrons, I sort of been doing Taisho, Showa era, little bits of graphic design, woodblock print related stuff. I've been making stickers, and obviously I redid the website in sort of that little bit that aesthetic. I didn't quite nail it. I gave up in the end. Just get it out there. That's the goal in the future, to get it all sort of the style harmonious cross-platform and stuff. And I've been making a little book. I can't show you that yet, but I've been making a little book to put all the stickers in. Sort of a sticker book of sorts. And yeah, I made a little design for that. I saw this little book with, what is it? Retro handbills from the Taisho and Showa era. Great Osaka as seen in commercial designs. Got a little Taisho Showa design, little elements books. My leg's gone to sleep. Quite the title. I think it's got a catchier name in Japanese, to be honest. Although, no, it's exactly the same. The Japanese title is the same. Give me a second as well. I just gotta go grab the other book. I forgot to get it. Be right back. 2 seconds. We're back. You didn't all leave. Thank you. We'll do a few more minutes of steady work and then we'll have a little look at some books. And maybe you guys can give me some suggestions. I've been really enjoying the reading to my son. I've been doing just before sleep. Like set a really strict pattern, go for a bath, read a book, sleep. When he was younger, and just sort of lied on my chest, I used to read like all sorts of books. I bought The Adventures of Tom Bombadil. Don't know how many of you have read that. But it's very I read in English. Ayana has some Japanese books as well, but mostly the language at home is English. I've been reading to well, I used to read in stuff like The Adventures of Tom Bombadil, which is lovely. It's like flowy language. Does anyone know it? Is anyone familiar with that book? Oh, Tom Bombadil was a merry fellow. Bright blue was his jacket and his boots were yellow. I wonder how much of that I can do. I won't do it all. Long ago. Fun words. I used to enjoy reading him stuff like that. And I was also reading him The Little Prince. Used to lay the rugrat on your chest and hum to him. Rarely failed to put them asleep. Yeah. I'm trying to like get him to like go to sleep by himself now, so I don't want to be like holding him, patting him anymore. Big cuddle before sleep and then like put him down so he stops waking up at 4 in the morning and then like not being able to put himself to sleep. Just like getting up and moving on with his day. Heard of it, never read it. It's a little bit. This is the Tom Bombadil book. It's a lot of. It's just like little rhyming couplets, but it's like really dum 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 dum, really rhythmic. It's fun words. Anyway, I enjoyed reading that to him. And Ayana's favorite book when she was a kid is The Little Prince, and I was reading that, and I'd never read that before, but it's really great. What was everyone's sort of go-to stories as books as a kid? Ones that you remember your parents reading to you or that you read to your kids? Does anyone have any suggestions? Mine was one of the books I had when I was a kid. It was Jason and the Golden Fleece, I think. There was like a whole series of those, and I can't find them anywhere because I can't remember what the collection was called. But there was a whole collection. There was like obviously a Hercules, like different sections of the Odyssey, Jason and the Argonauts, and there was all different sections from that, I'm sure. Mainly Hans Christian Andersen's works, from what I can remember. Gotta go to work. See you later, Spiegel. Thank you for showing up. Bluey, I'm not interested in Bluey. I want nostalgic books. Bluey. Peppa Pig I quite like. But if they're not watching the TV show, which he's not getting any screens. There's not really. They sort of don't make sense. I'm not struggling for books. We have loads of books. I was just wondering what people's. Did anyone have very strong feelings about books? Because I do want to keep doing that for like years and years. I'm sure I'll run out of books at some point. Right now we're reading Goodnight Moon. It wasn't a book that I had as a kid. It was a good bedtime book. And his name is Moon, so Goodnight Moon Boy. My 5th grade teacher took time out of each day to read books. I remember James and the Giant Peach and Chronicles of Narnia. Yeah, I think I had a set of those Roald Dahls. The Twits was probably my favourite from that. Just boy and messy old dirty boys. Cornflakes in the beard and stuff. James and Giant Peach is good. Roald Dahl, yeah. Is it Roald Dahl? No, it's not Roald Dahl. Who wrote James and Giant Peach? It is. Okay, cool. Who wrote Peter Rabbit then? That was the person I thought I was saying. I'm reading the Mandarin version of Willy Wonka now. Wow, that seems dense. How long have you been studying Mandarin? Beatrice Potter, thank you. A house full, a hole full, you cannot gather a bowl full. What am I? It's funny how your mind remembers things. 6 or 7 years. Wow. And to be able to read a novel, all in the Chinese characters. Someone studied very hard. I'm doing a non-dictionary run. So you're reading the whole thing without a dictionary by your side? Wow, that's impressive. I've always been like kind of okay at spoken languages. Like I always did good in oral exams and stuff and debating. In fact, there's like for the Welsh Senate in we call them GCSEs, but it's just before you go into I don't know how I'd explain that. I think it's about 16. Um I don't know what that would correlate to in American. But I did a demonstration video. They brought some filmmakers up from the Welsh Senate, like the Welsh Education Board or whatever, to do a demonstration for what debating should look like in Welsh. And I did that. I was quite good at debating. I was a bit of a debate bro. Like, you know, that back that time it was all like new atheism and stuff like that. So I was in that sort of Richard Dawkins, God Delusion, Christopher Hitchens type. I would like really watched a lot of that stuff on when YouTube was first on. So I like kind of like my debates. Now I'm awful. Like I just I can't even speak straight on stream. But they came and filmed that, and apparently there was a DVD. I don't know if they still have them in every school in Wales of me debating in Welsh. It was less of a debate and more like a leading a conversation. Oh my god, they're communicating in Chinese now. This is the whole chat. I have no idea. I know some of Spiegel's ones. I know thank you. But mostly based on just like the time that they post it. I'm guessing that one means thanks. Yeah, it looks like the one they used last time. How did we get onto that topic? It's a sieve. I gotta stay on camera. 10 minutes. Should we have a look at a book? Should we do that? Let's do that. It's only a quick one. Are we going to be able to see this? Yeah. So this is the book I bought. Take a look in a book. What is that from? That's something. That's a kid's show, isn't it? Anyway, it's just full of these and some random pages. Just these. A reading rainbow. That's it. We didn't have that in the UK, but I know it. It's got lots of these sort of like little promotional adverts and labels and stuff like that. These ones are based off of QA. It's a really nice design. I like this one. Looking at fonts and how they're working with borders. and larger, like the shapes for helping me with the, if I ever get stumped on an idea, what should I put in this corner of this design? How would they have used that in the past and stuff? Like little elements like this. I think I used this one as a reference. And I also used there's a truck in here as well that I thought was cool. And I thought that's a good idea. Maybe I could do some sort of truck. Where is the truck? Maybe it's the other way. Let me get the truck quickly. Oh, there it is. Retro in this case does mean authentic old, not reproductions, yeah. So these are a couple of things I used. And I've been making a little sticker book. And this is the first design. I've just printed them out yesterday. When I printed out the new Adolescente design, I also printed these out. Easier to go into a little sticker book I'm making. I just needed to make a cover. So I'm doing little designs and stuff. And this book is helping me with making stuff like this. This is not high art. This is not great. But it's just fun little drawings. And I'm using them for making this type of stuff as well. These are the stickers for my Patreon. This is in the first batch, just to get ideas for the type of things that I can use, like little elements to put in the new stickers design. The theme is sort of Taisho, Showa era graphic design stuff, which is, it's a nice little break from, you know, either tracing or carving. I get to do a little bit of art here and there, flex some old muscles that I haven't really used in a long time. Koringami. Oh, that's the Discord. Got a stick slap all Terran's work all over the US lampposts. Yeah. I haven't got them. They're only for my Patreon subscribers, but I think in the future I will do like some bundles, because especially this last one I did, I think it's super helpful. I'm really quite happy with this. Maybe I can show this one. I sent these out, was it a week or so ago? This one is pretty cool. I'm really happy with it. This is the one for the general carving knife angles. And these are the angles I use on my everyday carving knives. The ones that I use for doing hairs and stuff, they're a little bit different. But I managed to get them laid out the same size as an actual knife. So the dimensions are the same. Can I lay that out better? So if you're not sure the general angle you've gone for, you can check quickly. Am I roughly in the right ballpark, you know? Hopefully one day you'll be walking around and you'll see my stickers about, yeah. I quite like this one. This is in the summer news bundle. What time are we on? We're coming towards the end of the stream. I also really like this one. So some of them are sort of hints and tips, and others are just, this one was commemorating the new website redesign. So it's sort of like a match label print that you put in like a matchbox and give out. Anyway, stuff like that. I'm having fun doing these little retro designs. And it's just one of them. It's a truck carrying a bunch of mokita. These are all packed up. This is how you pack up wood blocks. So that's what that is. Thought you might like to see it. Are there any applied to the roll-up door shutters in Mokanka? No, but I could go there late at night and sneak them on. We'll see. If there are some, then it wasn't me, okay? One day, happy to help. I don't know how helpful it is. There's an ad starting now. And then, oh, the ad's just ended. The ad has just ended. I'm really good at warning you about these ads. It's becoming a thing. Oh no, it's just started. Jesus. We will do a little raid. While we're waiting for everyone to come back from the ads, we will search for who is up for a raid. Is there anyone on at the moment? It's kind of a weird time to be raiding someone. I don't know what time it is in America. Same category. Let's see, is anyone online? 3D printing, knitting. If you have any suggestions, I am up. I can't see anyone following. No one in following. I don't think we have any interesting raids today. There are lots of people doing interesting things, but it might... not Spush. Friend. Raid him. He's a cool artist. Friend. Okay, let's search for him then. Raid. Search. F R. Freddy? No, what was it? FI 3ND. This is such an awful setup. I3ND. There we go. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much. I've already clicked raid now, so it might just send us over. Oh no, I can click it. Thank you guys so much. I'm sorry today was a little bit chaotic. I had fun anyway. I hope you guys had some fun. That's it. We're done. I will see you guys on Tuesday, and probably we will be working on some Atelier Center designs. Thank you guys for showing up. I will see you next time. Peace. Braid.